Welcome into Kitchen Talk Pickleball Edition. I'm your host, Caitlin Miller, and this week we have another young and special guest. I'm so excited to see all these juniors on the podcast. We have Rocco Monteleon. Rocco, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Now, I'm sure everyone's wondering, how old are you? I mean, you are so young. You're getting so into pickleball. I love seeing this.
I just turned 12 in September.
Wow. Awesome. And you're based out of New York. Now, Rocco, I know you used to play USTA. I feel like you probably stopped that, but you have a
Yes.
tennis background. So tell me a little bit about your tennis background and then kind of how you started playing pickleball.
I played tennis for 4 years, and I first played pickleball as like a joke at the courts near me, the public
Okay.
courts, and then I just started going every weekend
Wow.
and went
Wow.
on from there.
Okay. And then so you said you started it kind of as a joke. When you first got on the pickleball court, I mean, what were you thinking?
I was just messing around. I didn't think it was serious or anything like that. I didn't think this was gonna happen.
Yeah. So what like kind of made you change your mind?
Um, just it's like the way it feels when you hit the paddle. It's so much more like relieving than tennis.
Yeah, and do you find it like more fun than tennis or like how does it
Definitely
differ for you? Okay, I was gonna say
more fun.
yeah, more fun. I was gonna ask why did you choose pickleball over tennis?
Um, Honestly, the people and it's just the game's a lot more fun, in my opinion.
Now, I mean, you're so young. You said you just turned 12 years old. So how hard is it to find kids your age to play, or are you typically playing with people older than you? How does that all work?
It's hard. I usually play with people older than me, but every now and then I will play with kids my age.
Okay. And then with school and stuff, so you go to school, right, every day, or are you
Yeah,
homeschooled?
I go to
Okay.
public school.
So walk me through a day in the life of Rocco. What does that look like when it comes to, school, homework, pickleball, all that stuff?
I wake up at 7 every day, and then I eat breakfast, take a shower, brush my teeth, and then I go on the bus, school, and then I get home and I play pickleball, obviously, and then eat dinner, shower. I usually do my homework after everything.
Okay. Okay, so you go from school and then do you go to pickleball, would you say 5 days a week or how many days roughly?
Um, 5, 6. I play a
Okay.
lot.
Wow. And is it typically open plays? Do you have scheduled games? Do you drill? What does
Um,
that look like?
I do a little of everything. So I
Okay.
play, I do lessons on Tuesday most of the time, every Tuesday. And then I'm going to start doing Tuesday and Wednesday lessons. My coach, Jerome. And then
Awesome.
I play open plays and like practice games sometimes
Yeah.
every now and then.
And I have to give you a shout out. You just did your first national junior tournament, right, in North Carolina. You got
Yeah.
two bronze medals. Big congratulations.
Thank you.
What events did you medal in?
I medaled in the boys singles. I got third in that, and I got third in boys doubles.
Wow. Wow. And I mean, just getting your first medal at a juniors pickleball tournament, like, how was that? What was that experience like?
It's a lot different than getting a medal in tennis. A lot different. It's very, like, it feels really good. Like relieving.
And I know you said you play with a lot of people older than you, but when you go to, a tournament like in North Carolina, is it crazy to see how many kids
It's a
your
lot.
age? Yeah.
It's very crazy.
And really good players, right?
Yeah, very good.
That's awesome. And I think your mom is saying you're going to start playing some mixed doubles too.
Yeah, I have a partner in Czech's Republic, I think, and she's
Wow.
coming over to play with me in the U.S. Open.
Wow. Oh my gosh. In Naples, Florida. I will see you there.
Yes.
That's literally my favorite event. Wait, so she's coming from the Czech Republic, so internationally, to play with you at the US Open in Naples, Florida. You're
Yep.
12 years old. How old's your mixed partner?
11 or 12, I'm not sure.
Wow. And how did you guys find each other? That's crazy.
My mom does everything, so I don't really know, but I
Yeah.
think it was online and they reached out
Awesome.
to us.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's amazing. I've seen your videos. You're obviously an amazing player. And I
Thank you.
always wondered that, like, how that works at such a young age, like meeting partners and stuff. I'm sure, you can meet them at tournaments or through, like, I feel like a lot of people are using social media too.
Yeah. I met my partner that I'm playing with in Maryland. I met him at tournament in North Carolina.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And now out of like doubles, mixed doubles, singles, what's your favorite event so far?
Definitely singles. Singles by
Ah,
far.
okay. That's a totally different strategy too.
Very different, yeah.
But similar to your tennis game, I imagine.
Yeah. Same exact thing.
Now, what kind of player are you on the court, would you say?
I like playing like very aggressive. Like
You
hitting
are.
big returns, thinking at their feet.
And
Like
you seem like you have a big personality. Are you loud on the court too? Or are you like, do you celebrate a lot or are you quieter?
I'm loud. I'm quieter during like the beginnings, and then once we get to like the finals, I'm like the loudest on the court.
I love that. Do you have any like, so when you're competing and stuff, do you have any specific like routines you do or you just show up and play?
I listen to music usually on the way there, and
Okay.
I have to eat like a sandwich or something for a game,
Yeah. Yeah. That's
and
so
always drink
fun.
Gatorade.
And always drink Gatorade, did you say?
Yeah, I don't drink
Yeah.
anything else.
Wow. Do you bring, assuming water also on the court?
Yeah, but not like a big bottle, like a little one, just a sip of.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. Usually I always have like a lot more water than I do Gatorade, but I do bring Gatorade as well. Um, and so I know now you and your family are taking this to a whole new level. You guys are moving
Yeah.
to Florida, which is crazy. So you can play all year round. So what kind of like made you guys decide to do that?
I hate the cold weather, so obviously I wanted to go to Florida. Anywhere south, I would have been happy. And I just all the people I play with here, they have like also have houses in Florida, and they play a
Ah,
lot down there. So they tell me stories and stuff about
and
how
I'm
great
sure
it is.
you'll find a lot of players too down there, more
Yeah,
so your age.
I went there on
Um,
vacation. I met two kids on vacation.
wow. Wow. And so I imagine, are you going to stay in school or do you think when you move you're going to homeschool and travel more?
I'll stay in school,
Yeah.
public
Good for
school. Yeah.
you. Yeah, that's awesome. And I mean, is it kind of crazy? Would you ever imagine, let's say, I know you started playing, I think last year, would you have ever imagined yourself like traveling the country and the world for pickleball?
No, I've only been playing for like 4 months, so
Wow.
I would
Oh,
have
4 months.
never, yeah, never thought 4 months ago I would have been doing this.
And when you show up to play with these older people, how are they to you? Like, are they like, oh, he's just a kid, or are they like, hey, come play with us? Is it pretty like welcoming?
Well, at the gym I play, everybody kind of already knows me,
Yeah.
so that it's not usually like anything like that. But if I go to like a new gym, they're usually like, "Oh, this kid, gotta play with the kid."
And then what do you do? Show them up, I'm sure, on the court.
Yeah,
I'm sure that's the best feeling because, like, even I mean, someone like my age, I feel like, everyone at my club knows who I am. But, like, when you show up to like random open plays, let's say in Florida, it's like you really have to like prove yourself before you get asked to really play with them.
yeah, definitely.
And what level would you say you're at right now?
Probably like a 4-0,
Wow.
I
Wow. So
think.
you literally started playing a few months ago. You're already at the
Yeah.
4.0 level. What are your goals with pickleball?
Eventually I want to win the U.S. Open, obviously, and I guess to go pro.
Yeah, that's awesome. And now, when Mr. Rocco is not on the court, what do you do for your free time? What are some other fun hobbies that you do?
I listen to music. I play basketball with my friends a lot,
Okay.
stuff like that. Homework.
Yeah. I was going to say, are you strictly pickleball or do you play other sports still, or are you just going to
Um,
focus on
I
it?
played basketball, but
Okay.
I stopped for this like a
Okay.
month ago.
Wow. And now, like, when you tell kids at school, like, I am moving to Florida for pickleball, or like, I'm, after school going to pickleball, I mean, how do people react?
They're sad. They're like they're kind of mad that I'm leaving, but at the same
Yeah.
time they're like happy for me. So it's
Yeah.
kind of weird.
Well, and you'll have a ton of friends. I'm sure they'll come visit you.
Yeah.
And like it was weird, like in high school or middle school, I remember this is back in the day before pickleball existed. Like we actually had pickleball in our gym as part of our gym curriculum. Do you guys play in gym at all?
So every other school in my like county, they play pickleball. We're the only school that doesn't. We do badminton instead.
That's such a bummer. You have to tell
Yeah, it
them,
is.
like, come on, let's do pickleball.
I told my gym coach, and then we played it one day. We're the only class because I told him, and he said if I won a point against him, he would retire, and I won a point, and he's still teaching. So
He's not God. Wait, that's so funny. Oh my gosh. And when you guys played pickleball in gym class, did all your classmates like love it?
they liked it a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so tell me a little bit. You play at Cross Court in New York. Your coach is Jerome. So how did you find that facility to play at, and how do you find your coach too?
Well, before it started snowing and it got really cold, I played at obviously the local courts,
Yeah.
but then it's just like there's a snowstorm right now, so it just I couldn't play there anymore, so I had to find somewhere inside. And there's like a couple places, but this was like the closest one to me, and honestly, they're my favorite two to play at.
Yeah, and it's always good to have a home court. I feel like it's just consistent, the same people. And Coach Jerome, I mean, how has he really helped your game, would you say?
So when I first started, I could not dink the ball at all.
Yeah.
I would just drive everything from tennis, and he showed me that, and he also tightened down my swing a lot, which helped a lot.
Interesting. Okay. And are you a left or right side player?
Um, Probably left most of the time.
Okay, so you have a big forehand.
Big forehand, yeah. My
Yeah.
backhand's actually my better shot, but
Do you do it two-handed backhand?
two-handed. Always
Yeah.
two-handed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's awesome. And I mean, just like you said, having a coach, practicing with someone, I'm sure that's really helped just elevate your game, give you more strategy too. I feel like strategy is so important.
It's very important, yeah.
And I mean, when you're at these junior tournaments, because it's interesting, I feel like the women's game, the points are a little bit longer, but with the juniors, would you say there's a lot of bangers, or would you say you are dinking a good amount? What would you say it's like?
I think it's like half and half, but most of the
Okay.
kids, like, if they're dinkers, that's all they want to do. And if they're bangers, they don't want to dink. Oh, they just want to hit the ball hard.
I know it's hard like playing at a tournament when you have back-to-back matches, like going from the soft game, like people that just want to dink to just bangers. It's such an adjustment, I feel like.
A lot, yeah.
And I guess just like being a junior and your experience so far, like if other kids are listening to this or want to get to know kind of like what you do more, what advice would you give, people your age as they kind of navigate what you're doing?
Stay hydrated and so you don't cramp and don't take it too serious to the point where you're getting too nervous and making mistakes.
Yes, I have noticed that like some people I've met, I feel like they're such practice players, right? Like in practice, they're awesome, they're confident, and then when you get to like a tournament, they just like tense up and don't even play their game.
Yeah, they tighten up a lot. A couple people.
So what do you like when you show up? What do you do to kind of stay calm and stay confident?
I try not to think about it that much because
Yeah,
it's not like if I lose, it's not the end of the world. And obviously,
right.
I listen to music to calm me down.
What kind of music do you listen to?
I like rap.
Rap. Okay, there you
Yeah.
go. Got to get the blood pumping. That's so funny. I love that. And any other things like do you typically like I don't know if you do any off-court drills like to help with agility or any gym type of training? Do you do any of that stuff?
Well, I did basketball,
Yeah,
so that
it
was
helps.
before that was my like workout, and now
Okay.
I do like squats and
Okay.
stuff with my
Yeah.
dad.
And I mean, tell me, like, walk us through one of your favorite pickleball, moments on the court, whether it was winning a certain medal or a specific match where overcame something. Is there something super memorable for you on the court?
Um, in North Carolina, I played with my friend Martin, and we took
Okay.
bronze.
Wow.
And wait, actually, I have another one.
Yeah,
He,
tell us all of them. I love it.
in singles, I won the first game, like
Okay.
11-9. It was close. And then the second game, because you play 3 games in the finals, I lost bad. It was like 11-2 or something. And then I came back the next match and won 11-3.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
That takes a lot of mental toughness. So good for you. And I mean, like, just those days at tournaments, like, are super long, right? So, kind of developing the stamina to get you through one of those long days. How do you do that? Do you typically just, train a bunch during the week, or what do you think helps you prepare for those moments?
Um, obviously, I train with Jerome. Usually, I
Yeah.
have like 2 lessons before I go play a big tournament. And then he'll tell me like things to like watch out for and what to do. And then I'm pretty good for that.
Yeah. And I think too, the hardest thing at the juniors level is I love learning more about your stories, but a lot of you guys who you play with in tournaments, like you guys don't live in the same city or remotely close, like your partner you said from the Czech Republic. So when you show up, let's say to a North Carolina, how does that work? Do you guys show up a few days early so you can practice with one another, or how do you typically do that?
So usually you show up one day before and they have
Okay.
like I play for like 7 hours, just free play with all the kids,
Wow.
which is
Okay.
really fun.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's so fun. So, and that's when you typically practice with your partner for that
Yeah.
tournament? Okay. And what is it like? Like, is it just, almost like you're at a camp or something, like going to these at the junior level and meeting people? Is it pretty easy to meet people there?
It's pretty easy because they put you together in groups to like play with each other. And then
Ah,
obviously
okay.
at the end they do like a teams event, which helps a lot meet new people. Because it's
Is it
like
like
four.
MLP style type thing?
Um, it's like teams of four, and
Okay.
then you guys like you play doubles at best out of four or something like that.
Okay.
And then if it's tied 2-2, you do singles, and then you guys switch every 4 points. Who
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
the
like
players?
MLP. Yeah, those I love that format. That's super fun.
Yeah.
And have you ever done any of like the junior camps? Are you seeing more camps start to pop up too?
No, I actually didn't know that was a thing.
Okay. Yeah. I heard like I grew up going to like let's say the Nike tennis camp and now apparently they're
I went
doing
to that.
Nike yeah, Nike pickleball camps. So, and I have to ask, I mean, since you started playing pickleball, have you picked up the tennis racket or no?
The last time I even touched a racket was 4 months ago. So no,
Wow.
not really.
Okay. So literally since you picked up the pickleball paddle. And I believe you have a tournament coming up in, well, I guess the Minto US Open in April, and then you're playing in May in Maryland, I believe.
Yes.
And so which tournament is that in May?
That's the Jula something. It's
Okay.
called
Okay.
something like that.
And you already have your partners for that as well?
Yeah.
Okay. What would you say, Rocco, are three things about you that, help you be successful on the court? Like, is it your mental strength, your personality, your forehand lob, whatever it might be? What are three things that make Rocco stand out?
I have a really good slice from tennis,
Ah, yeah,
so that's hard for people.
really hard.
And
Those are super hard
yeah,
to return. Yeah.
and my personality, obviously.
I love
And then
it.
coming from tennis helped a lot with like the footwork and everything.
Well, and I think the advantage too to tennis players, I was a tennis player as well, is just like your mental toughness. I feel like people who come from team sports are always used to being on a team, but like when all eyes are on you, whether it's singles or even just having one other partner, it really helps with that like pressure too.
Yeah, definitely a lot. Because when I first started tennis, I used to get nervous a lot. And then towards the end, I didn't get nervous like at all. Like I could
Yeah.
play like an L5 and there'd be no nerves in the first 8 games or whatever.
Yeah, that's amazing. That helps so much. And in school, what are some of your favorite subjects in school?
Um, my specials, so gym and music, and
Okay.
then math. I'm good at math.
Ah, okay, good for you. That's awesome. And music, do you play any types of instruments?
No,
Okay, more
not yet.
singing?
Nah, I can't sing. I'm a horrible singer.
I love it. Oh my gosh. And have you had the opportunity to see any of the pros play, like Ben Johns, Anna Lee? Have you been able to see any of them?
Sadly, no. I've seen them on TV though. At my club,
Okay.
they have like a bunch of TVs next to each other, and they all play all the matches.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's awesome. And out of curiosity, obviously you have a coach and stuff. Do you ever like watch matches or watch specific pros on YouTube or Instagram to kind of learn strategy or learn anything?
It's so my algorithm on like social media, it like
Yeah.
hears everything I say, so it kind of like already knows what I like and stuff. So it pulls up pickleball stuff every now and then.
Yeah. Yeah. So does mine. Any specific players that you look up to?
There's a guy Connor Garnett. He's like a
Yeah.
really good backhand. I like him a lot. He's cool.
Yeah, you'll have to see him play. I mean, as you start to travel more, especially at, the PPAs, APPs, like you'll be able to, that's the cool thing. It's like these pros, are just walking around. It's not like an NBA game where, they're on the court and you're up in the stands. I think that's the nice
Yeah,
thing. Even like warming up, like I've warmed up next to Ben Johns and stuff. And that I feel like is really cool.
yeah, that's sick. I want to warm up. I want to warm up against Ben Johns one day.
Yes, well, you gotta just say it, and you probably will. We'll be rooting you on, and in Florida too. Have you ever been to Naples, Florida?
Yeah, I went on vacation for like a week. I played
Okay,
pickleball like maybe like 3 days.
okay.
Some good players down there a lot, and I played at the U.S. Open like on the courts.
At I know they have like
Yeah,
60 plus public courts. I'm so jealous. I wish we had that.
I did so.
And where in New York are you from, Rocco? I'm actually from Long Island.
I'm from Westchester,
Yeah,
Yorktown. It's like
yeah,
30 minutes from the city.
awesome. And so do you play in the city a lot, or more so in the Westchester area?
Um, Obviously cross court, but I do go to the city more for like tournaments. I've only been in
Okay,
one tournament in Westchester,
okay.
but I've been in like maybe like 3 in the city.
Wow. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of good players in the city. And have you ever been to the Central Park courts? I've always wanted to play there.
Yeah, I have.
How was that? Was that cool?
They're really, really nice.
Yeah, yeah, awesome. And so if someone's listening, wants to see you play, see some of your highlights, how can they learn more about you, Rocco?
I have an Instagram. It's called Rocco Pickleball,
Okay. And what do you
and
typically, you post like videos and photos and
just like
achievements, right?
yeah, it's highlights. And if I get a medal, I'll post it.
Yeah, yeah. Do you have any sort of like motto you go by or any, I don't know, thing that kind of is in your head that words you live by or not really, just kind of go with the
No,
flow?
just go
Yeah.
with the flow. I need to think of something.
I know you need like a tagline, Rocco. I feel like you have
Yeah,
such a good personality for it. You need to get yourself a tagline for sure. Well, this has been so fun chatting with you. I can't wait. Well, I'll
yeah.
meet you in person at the US Open. I'll be there too. I'm playing in, I think, 4 events. So it'll be a very
Wow.
busy week. Yeah. But awesome. I'm so happy to have you on. 12-year-old Rocco, aspiring pro. We're going to root you on here. And thank you so much for joining us. And we'll stay tuned to see who joins us in the kitchen next time.